धीरे छूती हूँ इसको। अरे ये सांप तो हिल ही नहीं रहा, लगता है ये नकली सांप है, उठा कर देखती हूँ। अरे ये तो सच में एक नकली सांप है। इस सांप से चिंटू, चिंकी और बाबू ने मुझे बेवकूफ बना दिया। मैं अब उन तीनों को छोड़ूंगी नहीं। आइसक्रीम, आइसक्रीम, आइसक्रीम! आओ, आइसक्रीम खरीद लो। मम्मी वो देखो, वहाँ पर है शेर का पिंजरा। वही चलो इन तीनों को शेर के पिंजरे में डाल देते हैं। नहीं नहीं रे बिल्ली मौसी, हमें शेर के पिंजरे में मत डालो, नहीं तो शेर हम तीनों को चबा चबा कर खा जाएगा। तो तीनों आइसक्रीम का पैसा दे दो जो तुमने खा लिया, तो हम तुम्हें शेर के पिंजरे में नहीं डालेंगे। लेकिन हमारे पास पैसा नहीं है तुम्हें देने के लिए। मम्मी इनकी बातें मत सुनो और जल्दी चलो वहाँ। हम इन्हें उस पिंजरे में डालकर दूसरे गांव में चलते हैं आइसक्रीम बेचने। हाँ तुम सही कह रहे हो, तो चलो। बाप रे, देखो शेर कितना बड़ा और खतरनाक दिख रहा है। जब वो शेर मुझे खाने के लिए आएगा तो मैं उस शेर को ही काट लूंगा। अभी देखे हो शेर का दांत, तुम्हारे हाथ जितना बड़ा होता है तुम उससे जीत नहीं पाओगे।
मौसी मौसी, मुझे भी आइसक्रीम दो ना खाने के लिए, कई दिनों से कुछ भी नहीं खा पाया हूँ।
आइसक्रीम नहीं शेर खान, हम तुम्हारे लिए इंसान के बच्चे लाए हैं। ये देखो आगे उल्टा लटके हुए हैं।
अरे वाह मेरी मौसी, तुम तो बहुत ही बढ़िया खाना लेकर आई हो। कई दिनों बाद बढ़िया खाने को मिलेगा, बड़ा मजा आएगा।
बिल्ली रुक जाओ, तुम केवल मुझे छोड़ दो, मैं घर से पैसा लेकर आ जाऊंगी और तुम्हें दे दूंगी। कहीं तुम भाग गई तो मैं नहीं भागूंगी। चिंटू और बाबू तो यहीं रहेंगे ना? ठीक है जाओ और 10 मिनट में पैसा लेकर आओ, नहीं तो 10 मिनट बाद इन दोनों को शेर को खिला देंगे। ठीक है खिला देना, अब खोलो। 10 मिनट से पहले ही आ जाना चिंकिया।
अरे क्या पंचायत कर रही हो मौसी, जल्दी उन लड़कों को पिंजरे में डालो ना।
चुप कर तू शेर खान, 10 मिनट बाद इन्हें खा लेना। अच्छा तो चिंटिया घर आ रही है, अब उसको इस डंडे से पिटाई करूंगी। अब पैसा किससे मांगू? मम्मी और पापा तो घर में दिख ही नहीं रहे हैं। मैं यहाँ हूँ, अब तू बचेगी नहीं। तूने मेरे पास नकली सांप भेजकर मुझे बेवकूफ बनाया। ये ले, ये ले, ये ले, ये ले। अरे मत मार मम्मी, बहुत तेज लग रही है।
अरे मौसी बहुत तेज भूख लगी है, तब तक कुछ खाने के लिए दे दो ना। आम वाला, लीची वाला, कटहल वाला, तीनों दे दो एक ही साथ, एक ही बार में खा जाऊंगा सबको।
ठीक है लेकर आता हूँ। पहले शेर आइसक्रीम खा रहा है, उसके बाद वो हमें खाएगा रे दादा। पता नहीं चिंकी कब पैसा लेकर आएगी। ये लो तुम्हारा आइसक्रीम शेर खान।
अरे वाह, आइसक्रीम तो बहुत ही ज्यादा मीठा था, अब उन दोनों को खाऊंगा।
Chemistry is the science of chemical characterization. A complete chemical characterization of an compound must include both qualitative and quantitative analysis. In quantitative analysis, chemist is connect with the direction or indications of the present in an component, wherein quantitative analysis is the relative amount of these elements is determined. Our components qualitative determination generally consists of four major steps obtained a simple for analysis. Separation of the desired concentrations, measurement and conclusion of result. Drawing conclusion from this analysis in these chapters, we will research ourselves to only important techniques of separation. The student will particular these techniques during their laboratory work. However, the theoretical space given by their filtration. The process of filtration is used to separate insoluble particles from the liquid in an ink. It can be performed with several types of filter media. Measure of these prescriptions that factors detect with their media should be used. It most convenient ways of filtration are either through filter paper or through a filter probes. Filtration through filter paper. Filtration by a glass funnel and filter paper is usually a slow process. As the mixture poured into their filter segments of the throat behind the suspend particular of the filter paper. Filter paper are available to an varieties of their receptions. That throw paper should be large enough so that they are one quarter of one half full of the particle of the end. And filtration, the fun should it can be large throw or it trim for extend to 1/2 centimeter of top promise. This process filtration is too smooth and stepped often it throat lemon contains fully of this several inch long, so that they can extend a few down of the resources breaking, and the top should throw the side of the break. In this way, the filtrate runs down to side of the breaker without spishing. A complete filter paper assembly in folding of filter paper. Folding of filter paper is important, and the folding points should be kept in mind. The paper should be folded twice. The first fold slowly along the diameter of the paper. The second folder should be such that it do not quite match. The paper should be appeared on the suddenly large section. The provided upon with the three folders thickness halfway round and one thickness that half round, and expert aging very strongly grade. The 60 degrees of prepares. 60 degrees of prepares. The prepares way then be 60 degree found in most that the coffins of unless the paper filter tightly that round upper confidence filter paper. Floated filter paper. The rate of flotation through consignor funnel can be considerably increased using a floated filter paper flow. Preparation of such a prepared ordinary filter paper is folded in such a way that a fan-like arrangement with alternative elevation and precision of values found in obtained Another convenient way to filter a prescription is by using through that the two types of cribles and general used gooch crumbles. It is made of persuasion having a performed button which is covered that prepares pumped can be done by flushing the gooch crumbles in session filtration apparatus. It is usually for the filtration of preparation which need to be ignited at high temperature. It is performed preparations at convection with results more than the filter solution that react with paper concentration HCl and KMnO4 solution. Special glass tube is a glass tube with a process glass selected into the button. It is very complicated. It becomes a preparation needed as with a Gucci preparation is removed of a solid from a solution by increasing its communication about this situation point in such a manner that they express salt expressions out of the form of crystal. The preparation of a chemical component usually affects a product of their need in properly heat by utilization from a suitable solvent. The basic principle of the crystallization of fact that the solute should be soluble in a suitable solvent at high temperature and the exact amount of the solute thrown out of and when it is cooled. The process of crystallization it involves the following steps: the use of several it the following it should dissolve a large amount of the substances at boiling point and only a small amount of this room temperature. It should not react chemical through the solute. The should either not dissolve the impurity in the should not crystal of along with the solute. It should be expensive, it should be soft to use and should be easy removable. The solvent which are most usually to crystallization are water reactant. Substances process it in between server folders papers of depleting the process several times. Direct destination of substances. The process has been disadvantages that the crystalline are crushed to a fine powder and sometimes to fibers in filter paper of contaminate the produce. The conglomeration of undercolors sometimes during the preparation of the food substances in the cauldron matter or increasing of corrosion removed by boiling the substance in the solvent with the sufficient quantities of finely powdered animals and the carbola and the filtering the hot solution, the cooling the colored impurities and produced by animals, pargala, and pure decomposed substances crystallized out of the filtration on cooling. It is a process in which a solid, when heated, vaporized directly without passing through that liquid phases in their vapors can be consisted from this solid. Again, it is frequently used to finally solid. Example of such solid an ammonium chloride, iodine, naphthalene, benzene, etc. Of carrying out of this process, the substances intaken in a watch glass through which are inverted fine funnel. The substances in then heated slowly over a sand bath, and the funnel is covered with wet cotton. The air solid deposit in the inner side of the funnel. Solvent extension. Solvent extension is an important technique in chemical analysis. According to these techniques, a solute can be separated from a solution by shaking the solution with a solvent in which the solute is more soluble and the added solvent does not mix with the solution. Usually it is done by blending the solution and the second liquid into a separating funnel. The funnel is potted and the two liquids are shaken through. The most common laboratory example of solvent extension there is used to separate the produced of organic substances from water. In typical organic substances, the aqueous solution containing the organic powder is shaken up with their suspension from soil. Also, the inorganic inputs records of phases through this originals effects of the using large volume of solvent that particular useful when their products involuntarily them suitable solvent extension in an equilibrium process of following the distribution law of particular law. This law states that slows dispensable itself between two increasing liquids and consists into the ratio section irrespective of the amount of solute added. The law of basic on experimental evidence consider